Jon Jones has given his first interview since the Tom Aspinall eye poke controversy. Speaking on the No Scripts podcast, Jones went off on Tom Aspinall, calling him a quitter.
When Tom gets hurt, it's like he's like immediately incapacitated. Immediately.
He shut down.
It's like he poked my eye and then he's like immediately, there's no like, dude, I would have been the silliest looking cat on national TV just
trying. He didn't try. He didn't try.
Same thing with Curtis Blaze. When he hurt his knee, there was no limping, there was no trying to get up. It was just like immediately, burn my village, I can't go on. Immediately quits.
Yeah.
When he got tapped out with an ankle lock, there was no trying to fight his hands. There were no trying to. He immediately quit.
Jones proceeds to call Tom an overrated fighter that was on his way to losing to Cyril Gane.
I feel as Tom's a great athlete, but I do feel like he's a one-trick pony. I believe that his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is incredibly overrated. He has a beautiful 1-2. I got to learn a lot about his patterns in his last fight. Beautiful 1-2. That's really about it. That's the one thing that he's setting up real nice. He couldn't touch Cyril Gane at all. That's the way I felt. I felt like Gane was just getting warmed up. Gane's hands was down. He was shaking his shoulders, bouncing around.
He was touching him.
He was so comfortable.
Jon Jones wants to fight Alex Pereira at the White House card next year, but Dana White seems to be the biggest obstacle in the way of that happening. Dana is holding a grudge against Jon Jones after he retired instead of fighting Tom Aspinall, even though they had a verbal agreement. Jones says he wants to make peace with Dana so that he allows him to fight at the White House.
I think my most immediate goal is to try to be on the White House card.
Okay.
And
you talking to Dana? How is he feeling?
You know, I'm giving Dana his space. You know, Dana has changed my life.
Yes, he
has changed my life. He's changed my children's lives.
Yeah.
And I'm forever grateful to him. Okay. And we had a verbal agreement that didn't go over well. Nothing was finalized, but I do admit guilt, not guilt, but I was wrong. With the way things went down, I was wrong, and I wish that I could see him face to face and just apologize to him, and so that we can let bygones be bygones and get back to making some major money for the sport and really entertaining these fans.
Dana White has given an update on Tom Aspinall and his next fight. Dana told Jim Rome that Tom has no significant damage to his eye, and they will book the Cyril Gane rematch as soon as Tom gives the green light.
What was your reaction to seeing that, and how's he doing physically right now?
Devastated. I was devastated.
Right?
When your main event and it's heating up and it looks like it's going to be a really good fight, and then it ends with an eye poke, and that's how the fight ends. It's brutal. You know, he's at home, he's recovering, and as soon as he's able to fight again, we'll book the rematch.
I was gonna say, how long before he can fight again?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, we haven't heard that there's anything. He doesn't have detached retina. There's no damage to the eye. He should heal up soon, and we'll figure out when we can make the fight again.
Former UFC fighters are dying to come back to the UFC to fight on this White House card. Jorge Masvidal says he's been calling the President of the United States as well as Dana to get him on this card.
Your boy's been training, I'll tell you that much, man. Been like 2-3 months now on it, and I want in on that June card out. Calling Trump, calling everybody. You gotta get me on this shit. So I'm just staying focused, staying in shape, brother. Hopefully everything works out.
Would you want Leon for that card, or you just want to get on that card? Because Leon don't got the belt no more.
Leon don't got the belt no more. But I still always want to down to fight Leon, just because we got all that history and stuff. I've never had any ill will towards Leon. I've always said it. And I still don't got ill will towards Leon, but I would still love to punch him in the face and just settle all that shit, and let him try to get his shots in as well, But if it's not Leon, really, I don't give just give me somebody who's gonna come to fight and let's go. Let's throw down for the president on the White House lawn. Yeah. This ain't never gonna happen probably again. So it's that thing that, if I was too young or too old or right perfect, I'd be doing this. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no discouraging me out of this. Yeah. If I get the chance to be in the White House, everything works out well, my hand is raised, it's hard to say, do I stop now or we just roll the dice again,
Fan favorite Mike Perry wants to return to the UFC as well. Perry says he's been in contact with the UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard for a possible comeback fight at the White House.
In the big show in the UFC, I was definitely throwing my name in the hat at Mick and
you want back in?
Your boy back in, man.
You want back?
I mean, I've been saying I want on the White House card for sure. I feel like you come to America, get on. I feel like I'm very exciting fighter that would love to fight at the White House with the country flag representing, dog, you know? And I bounced out. I beat Jeremy. He got to go back. You know, I don't know what these pay cuts might be looking like, but the White House just sounded fun. I heard some numbers somebody was talking about and was like, well, I'm not asking for that. So I'd be a fun draw on the card representing USA.
Michael Chandler says he's fighting at the White House regardless of whether Conor McGregor comes back or not. But Chandler does believe he will face Conor at that card.
They're definitely doing a fight at the White House. Conor was on the news and done interviews saying he's fighting me at the White House. Dana's doing interviews saying, hey, Conor is definitely motivated to come back, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, that's the fight that's going to happen at the White House lawn, June-ish of 2026. I make a lot of sense to be on that card. American, red, white, and blue-blooded American, love this country, would love to be a part of that card. Plus, I'm Conor's dance partner because we got to finish the Ultimate Fighter. You know, we did the Ultimate Fighter 31 and never really sealed the deal and finished that process until we actually fight.
If Conor can't fight, will you still fight at the White House?
Yeah, I think that's, you know, if I had it my way, of course. If I'm calling the shots, yes, I want to be on the White House card for a multitude of reasons. Yes, maybe he never comes back, and if he does, I wish him well in his retirement, wish him well in his future with him and his family. But I'm fighting on the White House card no matter what. I think I should be on that card. That's my pitch. I will show up. I will be draped in the stars and bars. I will be the perfect guy to go out there and make people feel something on the White House lawn, and nobody else is guaranteed action more than me. So I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Leon Edwards, who's set to face Carlos Prates next week, has laid out his plans to reclaim his UFC title. Leon plans to knock out Prates, then fight Ian Gary in March, then fight for a title in the summer.
For all the wrestlers in the division, you know, I mean, it's finally getting out to get my hands on a striker, getting more free flowing. So I'm excited to go out there and put my skills up against this. The division at the moment is wide open. I feel like the cards back to back. My card, you got Bilal and Ian the week after. Whoever performs the best gets the next title shot, you know what I mean? And I'm truly feeling the best I've ever felt in my life. I mean, I feel like I've had my time off, I've refocused, I've regained where I left off, you know. So I'm excited to go out there and perform in an arena like MSG. It's one of these arenas that when you're old and you're retired and you sit back and you think, I can't do it, I did MSG, you know what I mean? So I am taking it with both arms. I am, like I said, excited, I am focused, and I am ready. He's got like a little momentum going on now. He's a new kid on the block. He just came off a good finish in his last fight, so I feel like me going out there, taking him out, will prove that I am the best in the world again, you know what I mean? So after MSG, my performance, I put on the best performance of my life, and I felt that would set me up. I want one more fight, early March, April. I want to fight for the world title in the summer. That's what I'm envisioning for myself, you know what I mean? So I'll go out there, I'll take him out. I'd love to get Ian next. Put him away and then get back for the title. We always got it at the time. I'm ready to go.